Every dollar the Prime Minister spends comes out of the pockets of hard-working Canadians. His finance minister was industry minister for the same Trudeau government that doubled the debt and promised that it would lead to more investment. The result? The worst per capita GDP growth in the G7 and more than a 10% drop in investment. Now the Prime Minister is set to double the Trudeau-era deficits. Will the Prime Minister keep his promise and keep the deficit under $42 billion?
Well done.
The Honourable Secretary of State for Financial Institutions.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know where the members opposite have been, but over the last week we've announced a series of affordability measures, automatic tax filing, school food program. We've got taxes for 22 million Canadians. We've got the GST for first-time homebuyers. Interest rates are down. Mr. Speaker, we were elected on this side to build the strongest economy, most resilient economy in the G7, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Northumberland, Clark.
Mr. Speaker, if more government spending was the solution, then Canada would have the most prosperous economy in the G7. The result? We have the slowest in the G7. Yep. The Liberals can call it all they want. They can call it the government spending, government investment, the fluffy kitten fund. The result is the same. It comes out of the pockets of hard-working Canadians.
That's right.
Once again, will the Prime Minister keep his promise and keep the deficit under $42 billion?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Financial Institutions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on November 4th, we are going to table the most transformational budget in our country's history. We're going to spend less. We're going to invest more in nation-building projects, in infrastructure, in homes. Mr. Speaker, we are elected on this side to strengthen our economy. We've got a leader who is serious about the economy versus a leader who's never worked in the economy. Mr. Speaker, we are elected to deliver for Canadians. That's exactly what we're going to do. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Cloverdale Langley City.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians were told that borrowing billions would make their lives better. But 10 years later, the only thing growing faster than the debt is the cost of living. Right. This year alone, they have to refinance $473 billion in debt, and that will only get harder if this government keeps spending like the bill will never come due. You can't spend your way out of inflation. So will the Prime Minister keep his word and hold the deficit under $42 billion in the next budget?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Seniors.
The Conservatives keep talking about cuts that they want to make to programs that Canadians rely on. They keep expecting us to make decisions that would take food out of children's mouths, Mr. Speaker, that would ensure that seniors have no old age security. We know that on their record that they vote against increases to seniors' benefits. We know that they have a record of pushing the retirement age higher and cutting benefits and leaving seniors behind. This is what they want us to do on this side of the House. We won't do that, Mr. Speaker. We will stand up for Canadians.
The Honourable Member for Cloverdale Langley City.
When a family can't balance its books, they lose the trust of the bank. When a government can't, it loses the trust of investors. And that's dangerous when we have to refinance $473 billion this year alone. If Canada looks reckless, borrowing will only get more expensive and every Canadian will pay the price. Canada needs a budget that shows fiscal discipline, but our current finance minister is the same guy who helped Trudeau double our debt as the industry minister. Will this Prime Minister show some fiscal discipline and commit to not exceed his $42 billion promise in the upcoming budget?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Seniors.
We are investing in Canadians. We're investing in a future that ensures that Canada is the top of the G7 countries fiscally, whereas the Conservatives want us to achieve economic goals that will ensure that children don't have food in their bellies when they're at school. They want us to achieve the economic goals that they're looking for on the backs of Canadians. These are real programs, Mr. Speaker, not like the imaginary taxes that they keep referring to. These are things that Canadians really rely on and will ensure that all of us have what we need to position ourselves for the future.
Honourable Member for Yellowhead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've been a CPA for 26 years, and I've worked with Canadians as they navigate their personal taxes and finances under fiscal mismanagement of this Liberal government. Budgets do not balance themselves, as the Prime Minister knows well with his background. So there is no excuse to continue the fiscal disaster he inherited from his predecessor. My question is simple. Will the Prime Minister keep his promise and ensure the deficits will not exceed the outrageous $42 billion deficit of Justin Trudeau?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Finance. Excuse me.
That this government...
I didn't hear the mic didn't seem to be on. Could the member start from the top, please?
Bringing out the big guns.
Canadians know that this government was elected with a strong mandate to build the strongest economy in the G7. And I know that we're on the right track. You know how I know? Because the experts say so. I know the opposition members may not agree, but who said Canada is fiscally sustainable? Former Parliamentary Budget Officer Kevin Page. Who said Canada is attracting the attention of global investors around the world? The CEO of our largest pension plan. Who said diversifying trade and investing in infrastructure will boost productivity? The Bank of Canada Governor, Mr. Speaker.